Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back. If you're returning, it's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general collective weekend vibe reading. It isn't for any specific zodiac sign, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Know that time as well as the energy can be fluid, or the energy may be vice versa or interchangeable. As I'm recording this, it is May 9th. We currently have Sun in Taurus. The moon is in Libra. I want to say the full moon in Scorpio is going to be on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So there will be a separate reading for that. I'm starting out with the Energy Oracle cards. So let's jump right on in and see what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection do we need as it pertains to the collective and the energies surrounding this weekend. Mercury is also going to be moving into Taurus tomorrow, the 10th. So let's see what that, or if that energy comes up in this reading. So I'm going to do one more. Then I'm going to jump right on in. All right, so bottom of the deck we have strategy, which is similar to like a, a planning energy. It's kind of like reminds me of the Three of Pentacles, or for some reason, like with this card, I'm feeling like the Three of Pentacles energy, like working together with others, collaboration, teamwork. For some of you, this may be in regards to work, but it feels like, creating or collaborating with others or another. Up under that, we have the Happy Family, which is the Ten of Cups type of energy, which is an energy of, emotional fulfillment that, you share with others. Then up under that, we have Cornucopia, which is like the Ten of Pentacles, which is like the same energy, but in a more, like physical or material way, where it's like creating, or like not even creating, but establishing, a long-lasting, foundation and or family or, legacy, whatever the case may be. But it's, the Ten of Pentacles, so it is a card of, the long term. For some of you, because of the way that I'm feeling these two cards, at the 3 and the 10, there's a Seven of Pentacles energy at play, which, someone could be, strategizing and or looking over, or even analyzing. It almost makes me feel like how or who to create this with. It doesn't feel like it's created yet. This almost feels like what someone wants. Like I almost get the energy of like someone writing out this, like, I want to have this, loving home and family dynamic, or it could even be in regards to business as well. Then up under that, we have Healer of the Ages, which is like spirit, to me, coming in and like almost guiding someone towards an Empress energy. Male or female doesn't matter, but we have appreciation. it makes me feel like there's an energy that is wanting to create this, something long term with possibly, a feminine energy that they may also be a healer. And it's almost like they're trying to like figure out, well, how can I get this done? How can I do this? There could be like an air of overthinking or worried about this energy because it comes after like this. Someone could be, worried about their finances as well, I'm getting. Or how they're going to, physically make this happen. But it has something to do with expression. Like, because I'm hearing, they say that the word abracadabra means as I speak, so I create. This makes me feel like with the third chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra, there's some type of way that it needs to be like expressed, whether that's verbally, someone needs to like say it or do it, or like, just start doing things that would align them to this energy. So that they can make it real. For some of you, I'm also getting like the energy like this person could not, or how can I say this? They may not be able to physically say it, so maybe they're writing it. Yeah, maybe they're gonna write it. So you could be like receiving some type of written communication, whether that's a letter, a text, email, like I don't know, but it feels like someone needs to just say it or do it, or put the energy out into the universe. So let's see what the overall energy is for this week. What's going on, Spirit? What's the overall energy for this week as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend? Yep, we have the blossoming abundance, which almost feels like the Nine of Cups, which is an energy of being, emotionally fulfilled within the self. It's also a card of how can I say? It could be looked at as a card of overindulgence, where someone could be, with the Magician in the mirror, looking at how they may have, overindulged in the past in a situation or circumstance, or just been like emotionally selfish. But it's also, a card of just being emotionally content within themselves. What else do we need, Spirit? What's going on for the collective this weekend? Then we have the community card, which is like the Three of Cups. So from the 9 to the 3 is the 6 of Cups. So someone could be looking at, maybe how they could have, overindulged emotionally in the past. With this energy. Or there's almost like what I'm getting is like a recognition of like, it almost makes me want to say like it takes a village. It takes a village. And it maybe even like someone is realizing like what they want, they can't create it on their own. But it's almost like, I don't know, I almost feel like saying like whoever they're surrounding themselves with, like it's lacking something, like it's either too much, like something is being done too much, or like I almost feel like there's too many hands in the pot. Like there's too many outside almost influences that is affecting the way this person either feels about themselves, how they feel about going after what they want. Because then we have the angel of love and the caring connections. Yeah, it almost feels like for some of them, they may be like, whoever is in this energy, like they may be in a situation where, you know, they're seemingly happy, but it's there's something missing, there's something lacking, and it's almost like, yeah, the community card or the Three of Cups is an energy, which could be an energy of like friends and, you know, associations or people that you associate yourself with or people that you can like have a good time with. But it almost feels like this person or you, like there's almost a lack of intimacy or love and care actually around this person. What's up under that? Yep. And look, we have the thinking man, which is like the King of Swords. So there's a masculine energy here that is, you know, looking at this. Because what they want, we have the second chakra, which is the sacral chakra. They want something a little more heartfelt, a little more with a little more love. Like it feels very like, I almost want to say like cold and hard, like wherever this person is at. Or this could just be the energy within themselves. Like they could overindulge and, you know, being around a lot of people where they can only have fun with these people. But when it comes to like truly connecting, there's a lack here. So it's almost like this masculine energy is like, how can I make this real? Or they're, you know, it's almost like even realizing like they've been stuck in a certain way of doing or being. Can I get one more? And then we have journey. Yeah, and oh my god, I can't even formulate the words. Bottom of the deck, we have walking away. Like, yeah, this whoever's in this energy, it's almost like they are ready to go towards something that is more emotionally like satisfying, where they can, you know, relate or collaborate with others, like they can have fun, and and there's love, and there's, you know, intimacy and connection, and it's like they're getting what they want as well, but they're having to walk away. Yeah, we have that with financial constraints, which is like the Five of Pentacles and the Envy card. Yeah, this is like walking away or leaving behind like people that like almost, or even this person, like that feeling of lack of, you know, like a poverty mentality. If you think like you're not gonna have something, then you're not gonna have it. If you feel like you're lacking, then you're gonna lack. But then we have the throat chakra, which is the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. And then the man holding a coin, which is the King of Pentacles, more masculine energy. Yeah, it's almost like there's something here with speaking, like, because there's given there I'm being like given a quote, and I've actually like posted this online a couple of years ago when I went and got um my level 2 master Reiki healer. And it's like, speak what you seek until you see what you said. And that, I was, speaking it, I was making it, putting it out there in the universe. And once I actually got it, I got it, my certification for that. And it's making me feel like, yeah, if this person or you is like, you gotta walk away from that. You gotta walk away from, and oh my God, like, thank you, Spirit, because I just left the doctor's this morning. And while I'm sitting in the waiting room, I can hear the receptionist talking. And I almost interjected because she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have to. She was like, yeah, I was talking to someone in there. They were telling me about, like getting a tarot reading or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, I'm a reader, but let me just sit back and listen and observe. So she was like, yeah, as she's talking to the other woman, she says, I just got so much to do. And she's like, I just don't know. She was like, I have to bring the kids here, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do this. And it's just like, oh, it's all after I get out of work. And I'm like, well, I wanted to interject so bad, like I did, but something in me was just like, nope, don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm sitting there laughing because I'm like, well, listen, like, look at how you're talking about what why, instead of saying like you have to do this and you have to do that, say like you get to do this or you get to do that, and or I'm going to do this. Not, don't say it with like burden and like feeling like you're already drained before you do it, like, because then that's how you're gonna feel doing it. You're gonna feel like that when you actually go to do it. You're gonna be in a low vibration. But I'm just sitting here like, or sitting there listening, like, and just shaking my head because it's like, and then she was like, yeah, I don't know, like, people can, one of the girls asked her like, well, what all do you know, or what all did the person need, because they're going to what all did they ask you for your reading. And I'm sitting there like, what? Like, any real reader shouldn't have to ask you nothing, like, or at least that's just how I feel about it. They shouldn't have to ask you anything to be able to do a reading for you. Either they can do the reading and tap in the right way or not. And she was like, yeah, because I feel like, they can just tell you whatever the case may be. And I'm like, well, if you're dealing with someone that is really, tapped in and, doing it for the right reasons and not just for money, you shouldn't have to tell them anything. I've done, so many personals for a lot of people and they didn't tell me nothing. And after I sent the reading, I've done reading for people that I've never even met in real life, and I don't know anything outside of their first name. So I was just like, maybe I should, say, but something in me was just like, no, don't even say nothing. Like, people just, there's some things that people figure out, have to figure out on their own. But going back to this, that's what it feels like. It feels like someone is already like, or has been like in a mentality where like, I'm never gonna get this, or I have to do this, or like, change the way that you're talking to yourself. Because if you're talking from lack, that's what you're gonna have. Start speaking from a place of like certainty, even if you can't see it yet, even if you don't know how it's gonna come about. Just start speaking from that. But the people that we surround ourselves with, and sometimes our environments can have us in a space where like you already feel doomed, or like shit isn't gonna happen for you. But now it's like then you need to change your environment. And that's what I feel like this journey card is saying. Like, yeah, it's time for you to go towards people that speak life instead of speaking death, or worry and like, I don't want to be around nobody like that. Because they can't see it for themselves. So it like, oh man, thank you, spirit. It puts you in a place of like already doubting with this strength, angel of strength and anxiety, like already doubting, already like even like talking yourself out of it. And for some of you, like either you're wanting to attain this empress energy for yourself, empress, emperor, however it's resonating for you. But it's almost like, give me 1 second, child. Hello. Hey. Nothing. Hold on, cause I was recording. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, like I was saying, whoever's in this energy, it really just feels like they are, creating like almost unnecessary doubt, and like there's really no need. There's really no need. And for some of you, I feel like they're like, how can I say this? Like almost, especially like this is making me feel like there's an energy who is, there's a masculine energy who is, observing, watching, however you want to say, like looking at a feminine energy who is like in this energy, and like seeing that like it almost is almost attainable for them. I'm gonna go with the honest truth tarot for this, because, and I'm hearing like it really is, it's just that simple. So some of you could be in an energy of where like you're overcomplicating it by like overthinking or creating doubt, or you're surrounded by people that, because maybe it may seem like a limitation for them, that may not be the same case for you. But let's see what the tarot has to say. What's going on, spirit, as it pertains to this energy and spread for the collective? What's going on? What messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that you need as it pertains to the collective and the energy surrounding this weekend? And looking at these cards, like for some of you, what I'm getting is time to go towards, like in a direction towards people who like love themselves. In the simplest way I can put it, like it's almost like, and like, I don't even know how to say this, because it in a way it seems like common sense, but it's time to walk away from people that just stay in like a lack mentality or a lacking energy. So bottom of the deck we have the King of Pentacles. Yeah. That masculine energy showing up. This is the same as the man holding a coin. And then up under that, didn't I tell y'all? The Three of Pentacles. There it is. The King of Pentacles says abundant, discipline, and stable. The Three of Pentacles says teamwork, planning, and competence. Yeah. Up under that, we have a King of Cups, which says balance, compassionate, and intuitive. And then we have the Knight of Cups with the Six of Wands. Yeah, this is like an energy of where a masculine is needing to learn how to work with their own, like how they feel about things, like their own emotional energy, how to like combine both of the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. And it's almost like not be so rigid, not be so hard. Like I feel like rounding out the edges like a little bit. Because there's nothing wrong with being a King of Pentacles, but he can be a little stiff. He can be a little stiff. But there's a way that you can be emotional and not, just completely, how can I say this? Like, because there's an air of vulnerability here with the Knight of Cups. And then with the Six of Wands, it's almost like, yeah, there's a way that you can have like, or almost utilize your emotional intelligence, but not in a way where it's so, like, the only way I can say is like rough or icy, or because the King of Cups is Scorpio energy, which is that fixed water. And it's almost like, which that we will have the full moon coming up in Scorpio, but it feels like, yeah, someone is just like stubborn and like emotionless. But the cards are saying, like, in order to move forward, it's almost like you gotta like let that water move a little bit, be a little bit more fluid. Or it's almost like for some of them, they feel like being in this Knight of Cups energy, like it's almost giving me the energy of like looking weak, or perceive that weak, but that's being at balance. That's how you, like, in a way, like in a way almost cultivate peace. But like it's almost like, especially with the Tower being here and the Seven of Cups, there needs to be something like the way something needs to, like, this it's so much water, like the emotional energy within this masculine needs to be settled. And it feels like that's what the Tower is coming in and doing. Like it's removing like all of the emotional uncertainty, so that this masculine can start seeing things. Oh, you cannot make this shit up. To see themselves a little more clearly, like, yeah. With the Ace of Swords and the Emperor, we already seen the Empress in that appreciation card. Like, yeah, like, because it almost makes me feel like there's a give and take. Like there's a time for you to be the King of Pentacles. There's a time for you to be the King of Cups. But it's almost like this person, in trying to calibrate that energy, they're seeing it as like weak is the only way I can say it. And that's not. It actually is what gives you strength to not be, to be balanced. Like that's what it is. And it'll create a sense of peace within you with the Six of Wands and the Four of Swords, so that you're not just like Like, I feel like this person with the Tower and the Seven of Cups could be like someone who is like emotionally chaotic, or when things become too much, like they just explode or erupt. And it's like, no, have some like composure about yourself. We have the Knight of Wands coming out for this blossom in abundance. Yeah, and it's like that's what they want. Like, or this is someone who, it feels like they were used to like just chasing, or overdoing like things that make them feel good. But was it really making you feel good? No. Look, it was actually, we have the devil at the bottom keeping you stuck. Temptation, bondage, addiction. Yeah. But now it almost feels like the reverse. Like now this person wants to, get away from this energy, because the Knight of Wands says lust, impulsiveness, um, restless. Yeah, like it's not good. Like there's no. Mm-hmm. And it's almost like with the Two of Pentacles, this you were trying to like maintain, but look at where it left you at the Five of Cups. I almost want to say like that's played out, like because from the 9 to the 5 is the 4. So it's almost like you were like, I don't know if you were doing it because you were bored or just, not happy within yourself, but it's almost like, yeah, to keep trying to maintain and make it work, like you're just doing like more damage. The Five of Cups says regrets, focus on the loss, and betrayal. For some of you, you were betraying yourself by being in this energy. Can I get one for community, please? Yep. And this is just reiterating, yeah, like whoever or whatever you're surrounded by with the Ten of Swords and the Fool, you need to go in a new direction, because that's what that journey card is, the Fool. You need a fresh start, because this is like, And for some of you, like you're seeing it. Like it almost feels like you've hit rock bottom. Oh my God, I can't make this shit up. With the Five of Pentacles, it says hard times and feeling of lack. Yeah, it's like, it's time for you again to like get away from whatever this community is for you, or grouping or surrounding or whatever the case may be, so that you can obtain. We have the Six of Pentacles coming out for journey. Yeah, like I said, that give and take. Because for some of you internally, it's leaving you like very like conflicted and at odds with yourself. And for some of you, it could be playing out externally. Or for some of you, it's hindering you either getting back into alignment with yourself or with another person. Can I get one for the Knight of Wands? With Blossom and Abundance. Oh, too many. The Knight of Wands with Blossoming Abundance. Look at this. We have the Empress and the Twin Flame card coming out. Yeah. And for some of you, there's like, again, like I said before, there's a feminine energy that you are wanting to create this with. And then we have, the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords. So there's an intense like soul connection here that you have with another person, or even just, with the feminine side of your own soul, because we already seen and felt the imbalance that someone is going through. But it's almost like now they're wanting to, like, I almost feel like the energy of reconnect. because the Six of Cups says reminisce, childhood, and reconcile. Yeah. Can I get one for community, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool? Community, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's time to cut yourself away from this as the Queen of Swords. Like, to see the truth of the situation, yeah. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. It's like, it almost makes me feel like you need to have your own mind about what it is that you want. It doesn't matter what other people are doing or what other people are saying around you. They're not you and you're not them. So it's almost like I almost want to say, like, where's your balls at if you're like a physical man, and like, to say, like, you know what, this is not for me. Because for some of you, the situation is there's nothing left to get from it with the Ten of Swords, and you're making yourself look like a fool by, like, almost in a way, like, for some of you, you could be trying to defend it as the Queen of Swords. And if that's the case, like, it's almost like the Queen of Swords would be in reverse. And it's because, like, I don't know, like, of feelings of insecurity, because the Nine of Pentacles can be that as well. But again, coming to the conclusion with the Page of Swords, or the awareness that the Eight of Cups, it's time to walk away to get to your 10. Can I get another one? And for some of you, this is a person, this feminine energy. We have the Page of Wands coming out. Yeah, this feminine energy could have, told you this. They may be saying it to you. But then we have the Page of Wands. And it's like, whatever they're telling you, like, it's almost like it's causing you stress and anxiety with this Nine of Swords, because you know. Yeah, this is definitely this Empress energy. Because then we have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, we have the Queen of Swords out here. And all of the queens make the Empress, and it's like you're stressing over, like, I'm not going to say you're stressing over this feminine, but it's almost like you're realizing, like, it's almost like you're the cause and the cure. And all this feminine energy can do, like, there's nothing that they can do. They can see, like, that this is what you're doing, like, or this is how you're feeling, or, what you're going through, but it's nothing that they can do. Like, they love themselves. They're very, confident and radiant within their own energy. They assure themselves, and then they have, like, it's almost like this feminine energy has the balls to say it to you. And it's not like if it was something that, if they were telling you something that wasn't right, or, wasn't good for you, this is not a person that would do that. Because it feels like, to me, like, the Queen of Swords, she is one of the, like, you want somebody to, like, hey, like, tell you, like, yo, you slipping, you fucking up. That, like, I would want, this is like someone that I would want around me. Somebody that's gonna tell you like it is. For some of you, you want to like reach out to this person, but you feel foolish because of either what you've done, what you're doing, or what you're what you've been continuing to do. Can I get one for this Page of Wands? Yeah, and I'm gonna put it back because it flew out. But we have the King of Wands, and it was like this. But that goes to show, like, yeah, you're not taking any action. Then we have the Six of Swords. Which is indicative of forward movement, of travel. I almost feel like if this masculine wants to reach out to this feminine energy, it could be like because they physically want to travel towards this person, but maybe feels blocked, or like this is like it is going to be like a challenge or an obstacle to get there or to even say it. Can I get one more? Yep. We have the Ace of Swords. The cards are saying like, yeah, step into your Emperor energy and say it. Be real with yourself and do it. Like I don't know what else to say. Can I get one for Journey and the Six of Pentacles? You cannot make this shit up. We have the Ace of Cups. And that just it reiterates like what I've already said. It says true love, romance, love yourself. And that's what this person needs to do. They need to go in a direction towards either people that love themselves, because they, need to learn how to love themselves with this energy. But that's where the balance is going to come from. Once you do this within yourself, you're going to align with people that do the same thing. For some of you, you have encountered people that do this, but it's almost like you end up, like, in a way, like almost sabotaging it. Because from the Six to the Ace of the Five of Swords, it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like because you're in this Ten of Swords, wherever you're at, it's like it almost makes me feel like someone wants other people to feel like what they feel or how they feel. And it's like, no, just because you're feeling that way doesn't mean like you should put that on another person, or because you're surrounded by people that feel this way, like that doesn't make it okay either. Because then we have Justice at the bottom, which says the cause and effect, balance, and karmic justice. Yeah. Can I get another one for the Ace of Cups? You can't make this shit up. You cannot. You cannot. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. And so a new emotional beginning, along with something that can be very physical for you as well. And with the Four of Wands, like, it brings stability, because there is like an air of instability surrounding this. But it's almost like it's not going to happen overnight, where this masculine energy could be used to moving like a King of Wands. It's time to be a King of Pentacles, or Knight of Pentacles, excuse me. Unwavering, thorough, and realistic. You look. You can't make this shit up. I can't. Oh my God, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Emperor. This is how an emperor is built. An emperor is not built overnight. Somebody doesn't just, regardless of how it may seem, like in our reality, or how it's like perpetuated in our society where, like, I mean, we don't deal with royalty, quote unquote, over here in America, but in other countries, like, where, someone can, wake up, they can literally wake up and due to, like, most of the time or the majority of the time, it's because the whoever's the ruling entity, they either passed away and someone, falls in line through succession, and that's normally through family. But that's not how it works over here. And no, no disrespect or shade, but unless you're in line for something like that, no, that's not realistic. And it's not even realistic because you got to realize, like, half of the people that are in those countries that are do that, they don't want that. They don't choose it. But it's almost like you have the ability to choose. But it's not going to be, again, like, it just makes me want to say overnight. It takes time to build this. It takes time to cultivate what's necessary to sustain being an emperor. And for some of you, there's an empress out here. Let's look at the empress and then we'll grab the guidance and advice. But there's an empress in here, like, that has, like, did that for themselves. And if this is someone that you want to go towards, or someone that, you feel that you can create this with, there's work that needs to be done. Because an empress is someone who's going to continue, like, she's always going to keep working on herself because she is a sustainer. So she's always going to keep elevating in her own way. Especially once you get here, like, if any feminine energy gets to this level and then completely, like, drops the ball, I don't even know what. I don't want to say it's not possible, but it's like, damn, like, it would be all for naught. But that's because this person is strong enough to walk away from what is not serving them, to stand on their own, to be confident within themselves. They love themselves, so they're not in a rush. They know that things take time. Like, it takes 9 months to create a baby. You don't just have sex one day and have the baby the next. And that's common sense. So to think that you're going to create something long lasting or, sustaining, there is no guarantee. There's no guarantee in anything that we do, but it's almost like that just because there's no guarantee, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't want to be better. There isn't, a reason why you shouldn't try to at least get to where you want to get to, or go where you want to go, or be, what you want to be, or, whatever the case may be. Can I get one for this Empress? Two minutes for that. Can I get one for the Empress? Show me this Empress energy. I tried to come out the first time, yeah. Because it's almost like with the Four of Pentacles, it says possessiveness and control. Like, it's almost like this energy doesn't want to lose or let go of this Empress energy, but She's not going to let you drag her down either, or he or she, however it goes. Y'all know how it works. But we have the King of Swords at the bottom. Yeah, and this if this masculine is almost realizing that if they want to hold on or keep this feminine energy, they need to let go of this Three of Swords. Whatever pain, hurt, heartbreak, whatever they have to let it go. Because it's old. It's from the past. We have the Six of Cups up under that. Like, they need to get rid of it. Can I have another one? And have some hope and faith and belief with the star energy. But it's almost like, again, they may not want to let go of this person because they see this person as the star. Someone who has faith, trust, belief. They see it. The Ten of Pentacles. But this masculine has to make the decision to walk away. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Eight of Cups and Judgment. And that's making the decision to walk away. This Emperor has to have the confidence and courage and just, it almost feels like belief that this Ten of Pentacles, like, it almost makes me feel like they need to know that they deserve it. Can I get one for this community card? Excuse me. Community. Time of the community. Because what is this, Spirit? What is this community? And can I get one for journey? We had lovers coming out for the journey. So you're going towards something more, balanced, whether that's a relationship or it doesn't even have to be romantic. It could just be surrounding yourself with like-minded people. And for the community, we have the Two of Swords. Like, again, I felt that this person avoids letting go of what they know needs to be let go. They have to make the decision. That's that Judgment card, which they're avoiding doing. And when they encounter people that, like I've been saying this whole reading, that love themselves and that they want to collaborate or, go towards, they avoid making the decision. But it's because of what they the mentality that they have. The 2 to the 10 is the 8. So they end up playing the fool in the situation. Give me one more for this Two of Swords and then we'll grab the guidance and the light. Yeah, it's again, like I said before, it's like they almost try to defend it. Find reasons not to with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups. They try to defend this environment or these people or whatever the case may be. But it's also knowing that they need to take the action. Because the Knight of Swords is, he's very action oriented. He wields the Ace of Swords. So knowing that for some of them, it's time to, take intended action. Because it's not like they don't see it, they see it. The swords are down. Take intended action to go towards people where it almost feels like they can just be themselves. and not worry about how, you know, what, like, who cares what they have to say. If they have anything to say, they really don't have the credence to say anything. So what's the guidance and advice, Spirit? So what? We have the cornucopia card coming out. Because these could also be like naysayers that try to like interfere because they know that you're about to go in a direction that's more emotionally aligned for you. So of course they're gonna have something to say. They're gonna try to talk you out of it. They're gonna try to stop you. They're gonna tell you like, but that's their own limitations. Those are not yours. That's not yours. So cornucopia says, wishes fulfilled. It says upright. An abundant harvest and great blessings are waiting for you, and you may even find all of your wishes fulfilled. This cornucopia of gifts from the universe can come in the form of financial riches, job fulfillment, romantic love, or all of the above. When you receive the cornucopia card upright, you know you've done the important work and it's about to pay off. The seeds you've planted in your energy and in your life are ready to be harvested in some significant ways. Get ready, for a great feast of abundant value is being prepared for you now, and Spirit is applauding all your efforts. And then it says if this card is reversed, the cornucopia reversed is often a card of personal frustration. You may find yourself feeling discouraged by having your wishes denied, or perhaps you're just disappointed with the delays involved. Don't be surprised or too disheartened if obstacles seem to block your way. It may simply take some patient and persistent action, or it may require a radical shift in how you're approaching your goals. This card reversed may indicate a cycle of restriction or a period of lack or loss. Don't let this deter you. Use this time to go deeper. There may be a lesson to learn or an entirely new direction to take. Be open, flexible, and aware. Remember, there are many roads to happiness. And then it says the affirmation, the universe is abundant. All that I desire comes to me in just the right time and way. I am blessed. Yeah. And it starts with you. Like, yeah, you gotta get out of that. Get unstuck. You have to unstick yourself from whatever mentality that you're either in or that, you know, other people are imposing upon you. Can I get one for a cornucopia? Spirit is just being funny now. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles coming out, which is the same exact, like, I can't make this shit up. I can't. And then we have the Hermit. It's like what you're seeking is it's inside of you, or that's where you're gonna find it. You're not gonna find it outside of you, but once you find it inside of you, you will. It's just how things work with the Hermit, and he's telling you like, yeah, it's time to make a change with the Death card. And you know it, because the Hermit is very introspective. You know this. And it may, oh my God, look at this. Because then up under that, we have the Sun. So I'm going to do the Scorpio full moon reading, but it's all going to become very clear. Like this masculine is going to get severe clarity on the direction that they need to go. And, like, even get like confirmation on why things are ending the way that they're ending, because it's over for that. That cycle is done. I mean, you can choose to stay in it if you want, but it's almost like if you want to be stubborn, because I almost feel like this is an Ice King, you're just gonna find yourself back at the same crossroads with the King of Cups and the Two of Wands, which is almost like repeating the cycle. with the Six of Cups, because that's the past, and then wondering why you ended up back where you at. You only you can break the cycle. Like, that's it. So yeah. As always, y'all, I thank you all for tuning in with me. I definitely hope this resonated for you. And if not, it just wasn't your reading, and that's fine. I hope everyone, enjoys their weekend, is safe. And I will see y'all on the next one. All right? Later.